Hello, storytellers. Welcome back to Storytelling Tarot. This is Jada K. Story, and I am so excited to be with you today, especially because it's been a while, y'all. It's been about a month since I've done a pick a card. I've done a couple lives. I also had a very special event called Hoodooeen that I did with two of my friends, T and Sarah Makiba. So it's been a minute since I've sat at the table and recorded a video for y'all, but I am very excited about this one because today we are looking at a sneak peek into your 2024. So if you've been rocking with me for a while, then you know that each year we calculate the tarot card of the year, which for 2023 was the Chariot. So we've been in the year of the Chariot. Well, now we are moving into 2024, which carries the energy of the 8. So our tarot card of the year is the Strength card. So I'm super excited to get into this with you today because I am naming 2024 the year of self-mastery. And if that sounds interesting to you, make sure that you click on that subscribe button below, like the video, because in a few weeks, I'm going to come up with I want to bring you a fresh video so you can kind of get the overview of the year ahead. But today we're doing a pick a card where you can see what you can expect for yourself. And I'm super excited to get into this. We have 4 chapters to choose from today. We have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Even though the Strength card in this deck is represented by 11, I still chose this card because it's one of my favorite decks that I haven't used on this channel in a while. So still the Strength card. So we're going to take it today. Just pretend there's an 8 here, right? So if you need a couple of minutes to determine which card is calling to you, then take your time. You can pause the video, take a deep breath, trust yourself. You will know which card to choose. And I always say, if there is more than one card that's calling to you, then maybe you have more than one message. And I encourage you to watch as many as you need. All right, my loves. Let's go ahead and get into your 2024. Hello, my chapter ones. Welcome to your 2024 reading. I am so excited to get into this with you. I have your deck right here to the side. Before I get into that, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards just to get like the high level view of what you will be dealing with or what your themes, your personal themes will be for 2024. Spirit, can you tell me, everyone who's in chapter 1, what's the theme? Oh, that one did not want to come out, so we're going to claim that as yours. Let's get one more here. Ooh, okay. That showed its face. So already we have spiritual work and we have love. You're going to be focusing on love and spiritual work. These are going to be major themes for you, chapter 1. You're going to be, this is going to be a year. Like, I love, this isn't the card of self-healing, but because this card is blue and is represented by the number 6, which speaks about, in the tarot, speaks about harmony and balance and healing. And so I know that the love that is entering your life in 2024 is going to be transformative, right? And I know that that love is going to start with you. It's interesting because I already said that this is the year of self-mastery. And so if you've been struggling with trust, with love, with self-acceptance, and also giving and receiving love in relationship with others, collaborating with others, that's going to be your work and a major theme in your life. There's going to be love that just transforms you from the inside out. You also have this card of spiritual work. So like, I love that the spiritual work is like pointing to love. Like they're saying your spiritual work is this. If you could love and understand, the power of love and forgiveness and it thriving in your life and how it can so give you a full cup that doesn't run out. That's what's going to be so key for you. And I really, really love that. Ooh, okay. This is getting off to a good start. See if I can put your Put your power card there for now. Okay, so I'm going to do let's see. What I wanted to do is to do a Dikenga spread. Which is actually what you see here in this card, actually the back of the card. We're going to go in a counterclockwise motion, and I will show you what they represent as we go. We're going to pull 2 cards to represent what you're birthing in 2024. 2 cards for the life, what your life is going to look like, what you'll be dealing with in 2024. We're going to look at the things that must die, the things that you need to release in 2024. And then we're going to look at what will be reborn. Okay, if that sounds good to you, take a deep breath. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Birth. Life. Yeah, let's put that there. This death. And rebirth. Ashe. All right, my chapter ones. What are you birthing in 2024? Let's see. We have the 6 of Cups and the Page of Pots. Ooh, okay. I love this. It's so interesting because the 6 of Cups is a card that, let's make some space. The 6 of Cups is a card of memory. It's a card of reconnections, right? It's also showing me that what's coming through is we already saw the love card here, but it feels like there's going to be like really like powerful soul connections, dare I say even soulmate connections. Of course, this does not always mean romantic. This can also be familial. This can also be platonic. This can even be in business. You may find soul connections. You may find like, what is your main purpose in life, right? In this life. And with the Page of Pots, which would be the Page of Cups, I always say that card is baby. So maybe there's going to be expansion of your family and was interesting. So, because it does feel like a connection to children. It can also be you reconnecting with your inner child, right? This could be you reconnecting and journeying through that self-love and that spiritual love through healing in your inner child. And that is what's being birthed. Like that is what you can expect to come forth in 2024 as you are moving through this self-mastery year. Oh, I really love that for you. It also feels like a year for you to really be in touch with your emotions and your feelings. That feels really important for you at this time as well. Beautiful. Let's see what life will be like. You have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Knives, and you have the Priest. So that spiritual work card, this is where I feel like it's coming in. The Knight of Swords is about action, is about making clear-cut decisions. It's also communication. And you have this in conjunction with the Priest, which would be the Hierophant. So it's interesting because I feel that when it comes to your spirituality, that you are going to be moving forward and progressing. It feels like a very fast advancement. And so as you are working through this healing, as you are moving through this, through the year ahead, I see you making clear decisions. I also see you as someone who is, I'm hearing disruptor. Like you may even be disrupting any type of spiritual or religious trauma that you have experienced, like that is also a part of your love journey and your spiritual work, is to disrupt any bonds or ties or traditions that have been harmful, any ways, even if it's like even within your family line. You are disrupting all of that. That's what your life is going to be focused on. So you, in the year of strength, in the year of self-mastery, part of you dealing with, healing that inner child and spending time with the most innocent, most creative parts of yourself is for you to go into action, right? To not only become a teacher, but to challenge the teachers who might not have been fit, right? Well, I really love that. Let's see what needs to die though. What needs to be released? You have the Queen of Coins and the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. I think I want to get, I love this card, but yeah, there we go. There we go. The Queen of Coins and the Five of Cups. For what is dying in your life, what is being released in your life. What I'm hearing is what's dying is business as usual. When I see the Queen of Coins, I think of someone who is, keeping the house together. I think of someone who is, takes care of home, takes care of work. Like they just have it going on in whatever space that they're in. They take up space. And sometimes I think that taking up that space could almost be like suffocating or distracting. And what it seems like is that it's distracting you, or has been, from your grief, right? So what I see dying is not releasing or moving on away from grief, because grief is not something that we like grow out of. If anything, we grow into grief, right? Grief can be expansive. It doesn't have to shrink us, right? I know sometimes that can be a hard thing, but this is a part of your particular journey. It's a part of your spiritual work, because with love, we have to sometimes deal with grief. And so it feels like if you have been one who, busies yourself, by making yourself beautiful and making the spaces that you're in feel home and cozy, this feels like the time for you to release whatever distractions this may have caused so that you can be at home with yourself and with your grief. What's the quote from WandaVision? What is grief but love persevering? Yeah, that's what I'm really seeing for you, what I'm feeling for you. So if you thought when you saw this card, you're going to be leaving grief behind. No, I think that the grief is growing with you. It's just that now you're going to have to make some space, and you're going to have to remove anything that's going to distract you from that grief work, because that is how you get to the love. It's down in the grief. It's with the grief. They coincide. They collaborate. They're friends, right? And we don't need to separate them. We can hold them both. There are enough containers for that. All right, so now let's look at what will be reborn. We have the two. Ooh, look at that. The Two of Cups and Trinity, which would be the Wheel of Fortune. You see why I say you could not leave the grief? You see why the Five of Cups and the Queen of Coins was like, make space. Make space. Because what will be reborn will be the love, will be the connections, will be the agreements, right? It'll be the acceptance. All of that is there. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, what it's telling me is that even when seasons change and when circumstances move, the love will be consistent, because the love is in you, my chapter ones. Oh, I love that for y'all. I love that. Okay, let's get some prediction cards out here and see what else is coming in for you for 2024. Let's get like 4 cards. Can I get 4 cards for my chapter ones? 2 more cards, please. More cards from my chapter ones. One more. There we go. We have tree for affairs with your family. We have gavel for involvement with the law. We have sun for happiness and well-being. Ashe. And we have elephant. It says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So this is going to be a journey for you, my chapter ones. But what I love is that here you have the gavel. Now, obviously, I tell people when this card comes up, I would just say be mindful of, just be mindful, be careful. Because I think of, dealing with the police and things like that. But I will say that what also this means with the law, I think of the justice card, and justice speaks about karmic cycles and karmic lessons. This is the time for you. If you've been running and hiding from certain things, certain circumstances with family, relationships, things, certain wounds, certain situations, whether it's religious trauma or familial trauma or just any type of heart wounds, right? 2024 and your year of self-mastery is the time for you to face them. That's what the gavel card is for. But the sun is here to say that happiness and well-being is also your portion. With the Six of Cups here being a card of family and reconnections, it feels like there's going to be some sort of reconciliation and healing even within your bloodline. But it's going to be a long journey. Physical or mental, but listen, you will be so much better by the end of this. So my chapter ones, if this reading has been helpful for you, I would love if you would drop me a comment that says 2024 is all about love. And your crowning card is Tower. Let's read it from the book. It's the card of revolution. And it says, they told us that our anger was unproductive. They said our tears were indulgent. They tried to deny the utility of a clenched fist, a blessed root, a song, a prayer. And they were right, because a fever is only productive for the host, not the virus. We are not the virus, baby. At every chance, they will deny the utility of our tools. To bear this quietly, to go softly into death, is to dishonor ourselves and those we have inherited those tools from. Who we have inherited those tools for. Tools designed to resist physical and spiritual destruction at every turn, to conjure a way forward out of no way. We must take care not to be limited in our idea of what a tool is or can be. And we owe it to ourselves to survive this moment, to at last experience what's long been promised. We owe it to ourselves to call down the spirits who riot and burn away barriers to our safety and dignity. And as we stand at the confluence of many generations past, and God willing, just as many or more forward, our ancestor work has begun. So look around. What are your tools? I love this because in addition to the spiritual work that you're doing, chapter one, Spirit is saying your biggest tool for you is love. And out of your love breeds revolution and change and connection and action. I am so very excited for your year ahead. Thank you so much for watching this reading, and we'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter twos. Welcome to your 2024 year ahead reading. Let's see what the vibe is going to be for you. We're going to start with a couple of oracle cards to get like the general theme that'll be like the theme of your year. And then we are going to move into the tarot cards to get a closer look. All right. Let's get one more shuffle. Spirit, what is the theme for all of those who are in chapter 2? What is the 2024 theme for those in chapter 2? Okay. Okay. Okay, so you have effort and birth. I love that you got the birth card with this particular strength card because, as you can see, we have a parent who is nursing their baby, right? And so Spirit is saying that this year, 2024, chapter 2, you are birthing, you are nurturing gifts, talents, businesses, enterprises, plans, art that the world needs to see. And so the theme for you is effort. Is you putting yourself out there? Is you actually going, believing in yourself and therefore putting forth the work to get it done? Like I said, this is the year of self-mastery. This is the year for you of determination and discipline, right? You saw when I first pulled the birth card out, it was upside down. And so for me, it kind of reminds me of someone who is birthing a physical child, and it's when the contractions are really intense, where it's like the contractions are on top of each other and it's getting intense. And you feel like it must be time for this baby to come out any moment now. And like, they're like, oh, you're almost there. You're like 9.5 centimeters dilated. And so it's like, you're not quite there, but it's enough for you to begin to push. I remember when I was going through with my children, my midwife would say, just push a little bit. Like, not too much, be gentle with it. Right. So know that the effort that you're putting forth this year, chapter 2, it doesn't have to be forceful for it to matter. Even though, we're talking about strength, and la force is the French version of strength. I hope I'm saying, look, child, I speak a little bit of Spanish. I don't know anything about French, but, so it doesn't mean though that, like your force does not have to be, violent or strenuous, right? Sometimes it can be a gentle nudging, right? And it still makes a difference. So that's what's important for you. So let's get into your reading. I am going to do a Dikenga spread that is inspired by the Congo cosmogram. Shout out to my Congo spirits. Looks a lot like this. This is it right here. So I'm going to pull. Ooh, car's already trying to jump out. All right. So, all right. They're trying to jump out, child. Okay, so let's get into it. I want 2 cards to represent what you're birthing. What are you birthing in 2024? Spirit, show me what chapter 2 is birthing in 2024. No, this one? No, that one. Okay. Spirit, can you show me what chapter 2, what their life will look like? These 2 together, 2024. Show me what is being put to death, what is being released. 2024. Let's put these here. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to remember how I did it in the last chapter. And finally, what is being reborn? What is being reborn for my chapter 2s? Oh, okay. I guess 3 cards are coming out. Let's create some space. Okay. All right. Let's look at what you are birthing, my chapter 2s. We have the valet. This will be the Page of Swords. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This might be like very specific, but I'm hearing for some people, there are people who are starting businesses, specifically businesses that are online. Because the Page of Swords does remind me of social media and things like that. You could also be trying to publish. With the swords here, I'm definitely seeing some type of writing. For those of you who are writers, I definitely see you being more consistent with your writing. And that may be new for you. That's why it's in the birth position. I also appreciate the fact that the page is here in the birth position, because that's like a child. So I want you to think of new practices, right? I want you to study professionals in your field. That's going to be important for you. That's what you are birthing, and that's what's going to help you reach full term for whatever it is that you are developing. Also, for some of you, it seems like you are taking action and also receiving particular downloads and inspiration that's going to create some type of change. What I heard is like good trouble. So what I see is that you're becoming more teachable. You're becoming more aware of where there may be some weaknesses, where there's room for improvement, and you're actually beginning to make the changes necessary so that you can grow and develop. And I really, really love that because that's the effort that Spirit is saying that they want to see, right? This is a part of your self-mastery. Let's look at what life is going to look like for you. We have the Tower. Ooh. Mm-hmm. And the 10 of Swords. The Tower and the 10 of Swords. So yeah, I'm so glad that we were talking about being teachable here and was being birthed, and how this is teaching you how to go with the flow, right? Because there's going to be a lot of changes for you, my chapter 2s, a lot of changes coming in. And some of those changes might feel like they might knock the wind out of you. But you see how this little one here is being mothered and coddled, just like there's lots of mothering and birthing themes for you in this particular reading. So that means that even when changes come, that it's going to be important for you not to give up. The 10 of Swords usually is the card that people would assign to defeat. But in this particular card, we see that this is a time for you to be loved on, for you to be tender with yourself. So when the changes come in, when the changes blow into your life, it might be a temporary delay. It might set you back a little bit. But when that happens, how are you loving on yourself and being tender with yourself? That is going to be super key. How are you going to push yourself off of the ground and see the sun shining over the horizon? How are you going to be gentle with yourself as you put in effort? This is why I was talking about, it's not about force, right? It's not about, doing things at a particular speed. It's about honoring your pace. That's going to be super key in a key lesson that you may find repeating in 2024. Let's look at what needs to die. We have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is you being in a hurry. What you need to put to death is rushing the thing. What happens in when you're birthing a physical child, if you use too much force, or rather, I'll say this, is you might have practitioners, medical professionals who try to rush the birthing parent. And what happens is you can actually cause more harm and damage during birth when you rush the birthing partner or the birthing parent. And so rushing can sometimes lead you right into the Tower moment. Rushing can sometimes lead you into a pit of despair because you might miss things. And remember, this is the year of self-mastery, discipline, right? So the 9 of Wands talks about like almost being there. And the 7 of Wands is like being impatient though about where you are. So this is what you're going to have to put to rest. That mentality that, well, if I'm not there yet, then maybe I'm not supposed to get there. I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to give up. No. Spirit says, put effort in. Now, let's look at what should be reborn. You had 3 cards. The 8 of Wands, This person's actually partially nude, so that's good that I have it covered here. The Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups. I love that. I love that. Especially because you have these two eights. Come on, in an 8 year. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Why? Because we are talking about the power of eight. Eight also speaks about cycles. And this whole spread is a cycle, right? But what's beautiful about you having these two eights here, the seven in the middle, we could just even thinking about the numbers. Eight reminds us of the infinity sign, which we typically see like right here on the strength card. In infinite, it could be infinite possibilities, infinite chances, right? Doing things over again. The Eight of Wands is you picking up momentum. So even as the impatience dies, you will find that when you release control, that you will have the energy to complete the thing, to move forward. You also will have the energy and the wherewithal to ask for help, right? The Seven of Swords is strategy. I know that you see like these hands here, and it seems like these can be intrusive thoughts, but I have a different reading of the Seven of Swords. And if you are familiar with this channel, then you know that. But the Seven of Swords for me is going back and getting it, right? To me, it's a card of Sankofa. It's about stealing the weapons that have been taken, right? And so instead of it, when I see these looks like devilish hands, I see them as this being trying to steal this person's sword, steal their thoughts, steal their ideas, steal their belief in themselves, right? But do you see how this person is so concentrated on being grounded, finding peace, finding stability, remembering who they are, that they can then steal back a more powerful sword. And so with the Seven of Swords, it's about doing what you got to do. And so that to me is your effort. It's battling in the mind for you, chapter 2. And when you do that, you can move on. Normally with the Eight of Cups is about a card about leaving behind. But do you see how they're using what they were building before as a stepping stone to more? This is powerful. This is a powerful Eight of Cups. Because it's like, yeah, I know that what I've already done is not a waste. It can actually catapult me into my future. And that's the word for you. That is what is being reborn. I love that for you. I love that for you. All right, let's get some cards out here for your predictions. Let's get like 4 cards. Spirit, can you tell me what this is coming toward chapter 2 in 2024? Are these 2 cards? Okay. So we have fly for a period of ill health and depression. That's definitely what I see in the Ten of Swords. So I would just say whatever you need, if you're someone who you experience depression, have a care plan. You see how this person has love? That's what I was saying. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind. And just like the Seven of Swords, do what you can to reclaim your time. Do what you can to claim your energy back, right? Take care of yourself. It says unsettled times need to plan ahead. Yeah. This is why it's going to be important for you to listen. This is why it's going to be so important for you. I said something about receiving downloads to help you through every season. This is what you're going to need. So if you're a writer, write those things down. If you're someone who sings, you might have to sing your way through, right? You may have to sit in meditations on your way through, but you can make it. The times might be unsettled, but it doesn't mean that you have to be. All you need to do is plan ahead. Plan ahead. I just had to look up close, and you see there's all these mothering cards. So your relationship with your mother may be really important as well. And this may be a good time for you to call on your ancestral mothers in the year 2024, because all these mothering cards are here for you. You have table for hard work ahead. Yeah. It's going to take effort, but we knew that already. But you can do it. Chapter 2, you can. You also have secret admirer. So that means to me that people are going to notice your changes, notice the cycles. They're going to notice your rebirth and how you're taking care of things. So allow this to be an encouragement for you of your growth and the transformation, right? Okay. Let's get one final card. And if this reading has been helpful for you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says 2024 is my year to birth possibilities. Look at that. You got the sun. The sun. I know that's right. Let's read it together. Sun is the card of illumination, and it says, the sun lights our way forward, drawing us closer to completion. It illuminates work that needs extra attention if we are to succeed, and highlights solutions that may have been overlooked. If we have been lacking direction and drive, we will soon know a surge of energy and inspiration. Hello? Did we not just see that in the cards? Ooh, that's powerful. The sun is charity and warmth. Keep going. Have faith. Keep planting seeds. Sun will help us nourish them to full bloom. This card also asks that when we find ourselves in a space absent of the conditions required to grow and to thrive, it means we are operating at a deficit. It's a sin against spirit to deny our own needs for the sake of keeping some negative peace. We should be on our own guard against putting down roots in places the light can't reach us. Ashe. Ashe. Chapter 2. This year is absolutely going to be a year of you really making strides, and know the road will not always be easy. Yes, you may have to be extra careful and mindful of taking care of your mental and your physical and emotional health. And I know that you are protected because the sun is here. You are baby. Look at this again, another picture of you being the baby. And your ancestral mothers and fathers are with you to guide you and to hold you and to keep you and to nurture you and nourish you. So even with all the hard work ahead, baby, they will never leave your side. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a wonderful 2024. We'll see you in the next reading. Hey, chapter 3, welcome to your reading. This is a sneak peek into your 2024. So let's get into it. We're going to start with a couple of oracle cards to kind of get an overview of what the year, just the themes of your year. Oh, this one like didn't want to go down, so I'm going to take that one as yours. And then get another card out here. Spirit, what is the theme for my chapter 3s? This one here? This one? No, this one. All right. So we have environment and worldly work. Was interesting that was coming through with environment and worldly work is that it's all about you. It's all about you. I'm wondering how many leaders are in this particular group, because worldly work is about what you do in the world. Obviously, right? It's about who you are in the world. And with the environment card here, it's not just about like climate, but it's about your space, the spaces that you create, the space that you hold for yourself. And this is about like what you want to offer to the rest of your community, your family, your realm of influence. I love that it's 44, so it carries the power of 8 as well in an 8 year. What's going to be super important for you, chapter 3, is that you are not staying or remaining in spaces where you are not thriving and growing. This environment card is green, so that's for growth, abundance, life, healing, renewal. So you are not like this. I feel is very strong. You are not to remain in any spaces, relationships, connections where you don't look like this green card. Your environment is super important to your health. You need to be in places where you can thrive. You need to be in places where the people around you know and understand what you need to be your best. So that's aligned partnerships are going to be super key for you in 2024. And so for you, as something for you to master, is you have to know when to go. Worldly work is a card that speaks about, things not being the responsibility of the ancestors. This is for you to do. These are decisions for you to make. So when you start to feel dry, you don't need to go to your ancestors. You already know. They want you to go somewhere where you can be nourished, right? So this year is about you taking action and taking responsibility for where the spaces that you're in, making sure that you can be watered and that you are offering water to those who are where you are as well. Okay, let's get into the cards. I'm doing a Dikenga cosmogram spread. Shout out to my Congo spirit. Shout out to the hoodoos because I know y'all know. So I'm going to pull a couple cards here. Spirit, show me. They're going to represent. Oh, there we go. These two will be representing birth, what you're birthing in 2024. I want 2 more cards for what life will look like for you in 2024. These two. Spirit, can you show me what needs to die? What needs to be released? What will be leaving, ending for my chapter 3s in 2024? And then finally, what will be reborn? What will be reborn from my chapter 3s? All right. What will be born? We have the Chariot and the King of Cups. Oh, I love it. I love it. Whatever it is that you started, like the work that you started in 2023, the self-work specifically, the healing work specifically, though, and also spiritual, those things are going to be continued, right? It's almost like you are, how like if you've been to college, then you may be familiar. Like even if, let's say you're not a freshman anymore, you're a sophomore. So you might not be taking 101, but you're taking 201. So still at the beginning level you're at the beginning stages of the level where you are. So there's still much to learn. And that's what I see here with the Chariot and the King of Cups. It just feels like you are on a continuation of the healing journey that you've been on already. And so the reason why it's in the birth position is because I believe that you're in that 201 level. So you're a toddler, right? Like it's birth because it's a new phase of the healing journey you've already been on. So that's really exciting. Let's see what life is going to look like for you. We have the 3 of Cups and the High Priestess. Heavy, heavy, heavy spiritual activity. Heavy. When I say heavy, heavy. I say this because the 3 of Cups, to me, is a spirit card. It's a card that speaks about spirit activity and spirits being around you. And this, in conjunction with the High Priestess, is your spiritual attunement. And you got the King of Cups. Your spiritual attunement. I told you this is starting. It was in its infancy, but you see how over the course of the year, The Three of Cups and the High Priestess together is saying that this year is going to be super important for your spiritual growth, right? That's why your environment is key. So you're going to be coming into a lot of spiritual awareness and giftings and some elevations, right? Also, as you do that, because you have the High Priestess, there's going to be a lot of things revealed to you about your relationships and friendships. But we knew this, right? Because your worldly work is a part of you being in environments that are thriving and growing. And if it's not, then you is going to be a part of your duty to either set the record straight or to remove yourself. So the High Priestess is here to show that knowing that you're going to be coming into. But you're going to be heavily spiritually supported and protected. Know that. But baby, prepare for your dreams to be on 100. Prepare for your psychic abilities to be on 100. By the time you get to the end of 2024, you're going to be so surprised at how many spiritual initiations and changes you have gone through. Oh, I love that for you. Let's look at what needs to die, though. What needs to be removed from your life? Okay, look. In the death position, you have the death card and the Nine of Pentacles. It's really giving you are not supposed to be on your own, chapter 3. This is why environment is important, because you need to be in a healthy environment with others and with friends, with loved ones. Partnerships are going to be key. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is on their own, made it on their own, and Spirit says death is here. So this is transforming your ideas around success and what it means to be self-made. Spirit is saying lean more into this Three of Cups, where you are in sync with others, where others are in sync with you. That's going to be a part of your work. And it's time to come away from, doing things on your own. You've done well. You've done good work. And Spirit is saying you can do even greater work with others, right? So be open to that in 2024. Let's look at what's being reborn. The World. And the Six of Cups. I love it, because what this says to me is the World card is a card of graduation, elevation. It's you made it, right? And I told you that I already saw you going through spiritual initiations. But what it feels like is, again, and I even talked about it with the Chariot and the King of Cups, is that level up. So we're going to continue to see you level up in the year of 2024. We're going to continue to see ancestors come and witness you, and others will also witness you. And it feels like it's going to reignite. Yeah. It feels like you will find like connections with in places that you least expected. There may be people who spin the block on you, who mean you well, right? Who love you, who want to be connected to you. The Six of Cups, again, is can also be soul connections. And so I think that the World and the Six of Cups is saying together that you are coming to a place where you reach a particular height where I can't go on without certain connection that feels like home, that feels safe. And that's what this is. This is connection to ancestors and spirits. This is connection to self and source. These are connections to old friends. This is reunions and good times and family. This is that environment. And Spirit is saying like, this is what is going to be key for you. Because the environment is not only like physical space. The environment can be the spaces that we create in our relationships. And that's going to be your work this year. I'm sorry. This week. All right. Let's look into Spirit. Can I get 4 prediction cards for my chapter 3s? 4 prediction cards, please. 2 more for their 2024. Whoa, that's a lot. Let's Just two, please. All right. And let's get one more. One more. There we go. Okay, so we have throne, position of authority. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. That's what I see. I see you doing that. I see you speaking up. I see you because you're going to have no choice but to do it. It's part of your work. You have bull for do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. And we are near strength. So yeah, you're going to find that you're going to have to make room for yourself in spaces. Or if the room can't be made, then you go and create your own. You have fan, romance, celebration, and party, ashe. And you have chair empty for someone leaving your life. As you are someone who sits on the throne, it can sometimes make other people uncomfortable. But that's okay. Because do you see the love that's coming into your life anyway? Do you see the love that's available as you expand? You know? I love this for you, chapter 3. I love this for you. Yeah, and that's what it seems like you're doing, is making space for yourself. So if this reading has been helpful to you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says 2024 is my year of expansion. Because that's what I feel for you. I feel like you're expanding for yourself. Let's get one final card. That one was drawing my eye. Clouds. You have clouds. Let's read it together. Clouds. It's the card of denial. It says clouds can be information that is hidden and outcomes that are uncertain. Sometimes that is what the moment calls for, to fly by faith and not by sight. But in this case, it typically stands for a truth we resist, information we refuse to accept, and all things we pretend not to see, even when we pull the same cards, even when we're given the same signs. Denial is not a sustainable state. We can't conjure from imaginary materials. The spirits, the tools are real and require that the conjurer be grounded in reality. It is from this precipice that we begin shaping new. We must know truth before we know miracles, and what is before we know what can be. That's the major theme of this whole reading, is you knowing the truth about where you are. You actually putting your comfort and your needs on the throne. And when you do that, you won't have any doubt. Remember, the high priestess is going to be here to assist you. That energy is going to show you unseen things. And your spirit is going to be so activated in 2024, you will not be able to ignore. You've already begun the work. You've already begun it. And so this year, in the year of the strength card, you will master listening and trusting yourself and moving when you need to move. All right, my chapter 3s. I hope this was helpful for you. I will see you in the next reading. Hello, my chapter 4s. Welcome to your sneak peek into 2024. I am so glad that you are with me. We are going to start your reading by pulling a couple of oracle cards to look at the theme for you, your theme for 2024, and then we're going to get into the tarot to get a closer look. All right, Spirit, can you tell me what's the theme for all of those who are in chapter 4? What's the theme for their 2024? This one. Okay. Oh, I was going to take that, but then it slid back in. Okay. All right, what is the theme? Oh, what is the theme for all of those? There we go. All right, reflect. So you have completion and reflect. I love that reflect is in reverse. Because, baby, that is a strong, don't think about it no more. Just do it. It's time for action. That's what 2024 is giving for you, chapter 4. It's time to get it done. It's time to get it done. You have done all of the groundwork. You've done all of the research. You've done all of that. It's time to get it done. This is the year where it happens. This is the year where it happens for you. Oh, I'm excited already. Wow. Okay. I don't even have much more to say on that. It is just loud and clear. Let's get into your tarot cards because I'm excited already. Um, so with this being the year of self-mastery, then I would just say that this is you. It's kind of giving for you, whatever you've been working on, building toward my chapter fours. You are putting the finishing touches. That's what it's giving. You're putting the finishing touches on this thing. So, it's time. It's time. It is time. Chapter 4 is time. All right. I am doing a Dikenga spread. So shout out to my Congo spirits, to the hoodoos. Y'all, if you know, you know. Wink, wink. So I'm going to get 2 cards. We're going to do 8 cards total. 2 cards to represent birth. These 2. All right. Spirit, can you tell me what life will look like for my chapter 4s? In 2024. Yeah. Okay, let's get 2 cards for what needs to die, what needs to be left behind for my chapter 4s, these 2. And then finally, put that there. Finally, what is being reborn? I know y'all like that snake skin. What's being reborn for my, this one and this one. All right. All right, let's look at what's being born. We have the 3 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. That's so interesting because the Wheel of Fortune, I think, has come up 3 times now in this particular position. What I'm getting, this might sound bizarre, but what I'm getting is when I think about the 3 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, I almost feel like the tables are turning. So whatever has been an enemy to your creativity, to your business, to your plans, it's almost like you are turning the swords on them. And that's what's being birthed. Like you're birthing the energy and the courage to turn the sword on whatever it is that has been trying to keep you down, to keep you from producing and creating. And it's likely that this is happening in your mind, since we're talking about the swords. That's happening in your mind because it's definitely giving the tables are turning. Oh, I love that for you. Let's see what life is going to look like for you. We have the Mother of Cups or the Queen of Cups and the Magician. Ooh, creativity and also spiritual intuition is on high. You are creating, you are lighting up rooms. People want to be with you. People want to talk to you. And also, you are doing a lot of deep emotional healing. You see how the Mother of Cups is pointing to the left, like pointing to the past? They're also like pointing to this completion card, like, don't forget. Don't forget what we're doing. You see how they're looking opposite directions? The Magician is looking this way. But the Mother of Cups is like, baby, I know you're new to this. You're new to all these gifts. You're new to all this attention. Don't let it distract you. The Mother of Cups is like, don't forget what we're completing. So yeah, there's a lot. I also am hearing there's a lot of things in your past that need to be healed. And or things that happened to you in your past that's going to be called to heal. That's also why this 3 of Swords is very loud. Anytime we have the 3 of Swords, we know that healing is necessary. Ashe. Let's look at what needs to die, what's coming to an end. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the Empress. Ooh. Okay. This is very specific and it may only be for a couple of you. With the 3 of Pentacles and the Empress, and we do have double 3 energy here. Some of you have very hard, harsh, or difficult relationships with your mother, and you've been trying to make it work, but you are harming yourself. You are harming yourself, or you are being harmed over and over again. please care for your heart more than you care for, I hate to say it like that, but what came to me is care for your heart before you care for other people's feelings. Because it seems like you are putting your own feelings on the line. That's why we have this Three of Swords and how now you are turning the swords on what has harmed you, right? And the swords we know represent thoughts, words, conversations. And so now you're like having the courage to face what has been harming you, what has been impacting your mind. For some of you, your mother has a very important place in your life. You got all these threes. Your mother has a very important place in your life and your heart, whether your mother is living or transitioned. And so Spirit is saying what you need to put to rest not only is, for some of you, is the actual relationship. You need to actually surrender the relationship until your mother is in a place where it's safe for you to reconnect, right? This could also be grandmothers. For others of you, it could be just your mother's voice, your mother's influence that you have given more. The Three of Pentacles is about working together. You've given this mother figure too much power where you're trying to build something, but you are bringing their pentacle in, and Spirit is saying, no, you got your own pentacle. You got to complete this thing. You got to finish this thing. Okay. That's why you have the Mother of Cups who's saying, remember, complete. So what's beautiful is that if you are having an issue with your own mother, your ancestral mothers are here with you to keep you on track and to love you. There may be mother figures that are in your life that are helping you, and they are going to help you with that self-mastery. They're going to help you complete and get to the end. They're going to help you mend your heart, right? Wow. Let's see what's going to be reborn. The Daughter of Swords, or the Page of Swords, and the Two of Swords. You was going to be reborn as you release the power of your mother or mother figure was going to be reborn, is that you rise from the dust like a phoenix rising. You have your voice, you have your power, and now you can make your own decisions. Now you can decide for yourself. Now when you hear thoughts about what to do, you don't hear your mother's voice, you hear your own. You don't hear your grandmother's voice, you hear your own, and you respect it, right? And thus, this is why you can then turn those tables and start to undo these wires, right? Ooh, that's powerful, chapter 4. My goodness, what a year for you. So the completion is not just projects that you're doing. It's also the completion of a particular karmic cycle, right? This is healing done. Ooh, all right. Let's see what else is coming in for you in 2024. That's 2 cards. Let's get one more for my chapter 4s. Okay, that's too many. Just one. Oh, wait. This card. That card was like... All right, so we have mice for discord among family and friends. That really does feel like this energy that we were talking about here with the mother. That's possible. Could also be this 3 of Swords. But you're learning. You also have victory. You have victory in some endeavor. We know that's right. You have victory. You also have Vine for seek out information that will help you. I feel like this is that mother of cups. Whoever this person is in your life, or maybe you are the Mother of Cups. Maybe you are mothering yourself more intentionally this year. Maybe that's a part of your self-mastery is, how do I tend to myself? How do I mother myself? Get information, have somebody help you. And then you also have, you are highly thought of. Ashe. That's powerful. You are loved. You are loved. And a big part of what is coming in for you this year, chapter 4, is the completion of things that used to break your heart, you will find the victory. You will find your strength again. So if this reading has been helpful for you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says 2024 is my year of personal strength. Because that's what I see in this spread. We're going to get one final card. This one, because that's, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Clouds came out in the last reading. So if you were drawn to chapter 3, then perhaps there's a message for you there, because clouds was their card as well. And it says it's the card of denial. Clouds can be information that is hidden and outcomes that are uncertain. Sometimes that is what the moment calls for, to fly by faith and not by sight. But in this case, it typically stands for a truth we resist, information we refuse to accept, and all things we pretend not to see, even when we pull the same cards, even when we're given the same signs. Denial is not a sustainable state. We can't conjure from imaginary materials. The spirits, the tools are real and require that the conjurer be grounded in reality. It is from this precipice that we begin shaping new. We must know truth before we know miracles, and what is before we know what can be. Ashe. This is all about being honest with yourself, being honest about what is. And Spirit is already saying, you know the truth. You've done a lot of reflecting in 2023. So now 2024 is when you get your personal power, where you stand as the magician, all-powerful conjurer, all-powerful creator, way maker, right? That's who you are. And you've done a lot of healing. There's more healing to go. We all are on healing journeys. But what is especially exciting about you is that you reach a level of completion where I know by the end of 2024, you're going to look back at the course of that year and be so proud at how far you've come. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm already proud of you. All right, my chapter 4s. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you in the next one.